this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Work can be a little weird. Cringy training seminars, coworkers who won't stop talking about their plant, forgetting the mute button at an inopportune moment. We have to deal with a lot on any given workday. Sometimes it can feel hard to thrive and move forward in your career. Well, that's where LinkedIn comes in. LinkedIn helps you get ideas and insights from experts in your field, connect with people professionally, grow your network, and access tools designed to help you find the right fit for your next role. Whether you're just getting started, figuring out your next move, or looking to accelerate your career, LinkedIn is built to support you at every stage because LinkedIn is the network that works for you. Visit linkedin.com/knowstuff to learn more. Hey, and welcome to The Short Stuff. I'm Josh. There's Chuck. Jerry's here too. Dave's not, but Jerry's here for Dave. You know the whole rigmarole. It's time for Short Stuff. So let's go.
Meow.
So Chuck, I'm glad you did that because I think that was a really great segue into this episode on a specific kind of cats.
That's right. We're talking about the Bengal cat. If you've ever seen a Bengal cat, or if you look up a picture online now, when it's safe, it looks like a cross between a leopard and a house cat, because that's what it is.
Yeah, full stop. I mean, it's kind of nuts, but there is a small wild leopard cat out there in southern and eastern Asia, Priona illuris bengalensis. I got it in there somewhere. Maybe Jerry can chop all that up and edit it into the correct pronunciation. But it's a tiny little cat that looks a lot like a leopard, and it is a wild cat. It's not a leopard. It's not even related to the leopard, but it's one half of this type of hybridized breed of cats that people keep as pets today.
Yeah, that people pay a lot of money for.
I imagine so.
Yeah, they are very willful, athletic cats, and we'll kind of get to their behavior later. But let's go back about 6 million years to talk about how cats came to be. There were a couple of groups of felines that parted ways. There was a very, just sort of a regular small-bodied cat that was eventually the common ancestor of both of these groups. One became the one that you talked about, the Prionelurus. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, that was closer to
Prionelurus.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Bengalensis. No, Bengalensis.
You just did what I do. You added a whole vowel in there.
Well, why don't you take the next one, because that one's easy.
Wild leopard cat.
Well, no, I meant the other lineage.
The house cat, Felis catus.
Yeah, exactly. So those are the two lines. The Felis catus is what most of us have in our homes that have cats. But that other one, that leopard cat, lives in southern and eastern Asia. Like you said, it's a wild cat. It prowls the forest and grasslands and stuff like that. And they're not huge. They're 6.5 pounds to maybe 15.5 pounds. And although they look like a leopard, they're, like you said, they're clearly not. They're small by comparison.
No, but like a leopard, they're covered in rosettes. That's what leopard spots are called. And then the little plastic things on the end of shoelaces are called aglets. You know those two things?
Common crossword clue, by the way, aglets.
Great. So yeah, if you know those two things, you don't need to know anything else in the world because they'll just kind of open up all the doors you need from that point on.
That's right.
But rosettes, they're the little patches of fur, the little spots that leopards have. And that's one of the main characteristics of the Bengal cat hybrid breed. Do you want to take an early break or do you want to keep going? What do you think?
I say we keep going. We're only a few minutes in.
Okay, well, let's talk about Willard Centerwall then.
Yeah, this is the guy that is initially responsible for this crossbreed because in 1971, when he was a professor at Loma Linda University in California, he was working on trying to solve feline leukemia. And apparently that Bengal cat is resistant to feline leukemia. So he started working with hybridizing these cats to see what he could learn about this, scientifically speaking, to help save cats.
Yeah, and we should say, I mean, there's a lot of people who are very not happy with the idea that people are hybridizing cats and creating designer cat breeds when there's tons of shelter cats that need to be adopted.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Willard Centerwall, though, he seems to have he did this innocently. Like he wasn't trying to create a new designer breed of cat that he could sell.
Right.
He was doing it for scientific research. Enter another breeder, Gene Mill, who actually was a purposeful breeder of this new hybrid breed of cats, what became the Bengal cat. She collaborated with Centerwall, and she was a conservationist. And that won't make any sense for a little while, but I'll bring it in now. The reason that she, a conservationist, was involved in creating a hybridized cat was because she thought that if you got little cats out there that looked like leopards, it would make people more empathetic toward leopards in the wild, and hence would dry up the market for leopard skin coats, and may even help conserve wild leopard populations because people adopted like what looked like a little baby leopard at home.
Yeah, and it is not lost on us that her last name was Mill. So save your email. Yeah. And we'll mention one more guy before we break, a breeder named Bill Engler, who is a zookeeper and animal importer, worked a lot with exotic animals. And he had a leopard cat named Shaw in the early 70s, and he breeded them and created a bunch of Bengal kittens. And I don't believe this, but people have surmised, because his name was Bill Engler, that the name B. Engel came from B. Engler, but I think it's clearly from that Asian leopard cat's name.
So much so that I don't know why people even came up with the other idea.
Agreed.
I think that's break time, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, we're here to talk to you about Wayfair, who believes that spaces should be functional, they should be comfortable, they should be well-designed, and they can be well-designed by you with their help.
Your updated space should feel more comfortable, inviting, and practical for everyday use. And we're talking about outdoor seating. We're talking about grills. We're talking about major appliances. If you need storage solutions, Wayfair can help you out. Patio lighting, rugs, decor. It is your one-stop shop for home.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting nice out, so it's time to think about living outdoors for the next few months. And Wayfair knows that outdoor furniture, it's heavy, it's intimidating to assemble. So Wayfair has stepped in and said, we're going to handle the hard part so you don't have to.
That's right. You can shop Wayfair Verified, your shortcut to the good stuff. And that means their team of product specialists are going to vet everything by hand using a 10-point inspection, testing things like, quality materials, functionality, and features, and even how long it takes to build that piece of furniture. And the overall experience save time, reduce hassle, and improved convenience.
Patio season is here, and these deals won't last. So head to wayfair.com right now to get your outdoor space ready for way less. That's WAYFAIR.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Everyone knows winter is the real mess maker. You don't need WeatherTech floor liners for summer unless you hit the beach and half the beach ends up back in your car, or the campsite dirt ends up in your trunk. Then you'd want a cargo liner, or a road trip goes sideways, lemonade spills, ketchup goes rogue, ice cream drips. Yeah, you'd be pretty happy about those WeatherTech seat protectors. So just to be clear, as the mud you're inevitably going to step in this summer, you don't need WeatherTech unless you plan on doing summer. Visit WeatherTech.com today.
Stuff you should know.
So these cats, even though I'm completely against this kind of thing and selling pets like this at like for $2,000 a pop, they're amazing looking. They're incredible. They're gorgeous little tiny leopards. The rosettes can take a various forms. They can be kind of pointy. They can kind of look like arrowheads. They can be more circular. They can look like paw prints. The marble-coated Bengal is one of the coolest looking cats I've ever seen. But again, I don't want to sound like I'm endorsing this kind of thing, you know?
No, but I mean, like these things do exist and they are beautiful to look at. And they do seem like pretty interesting cats as far as cats go, their personalities and what they demand from you. I was going to say require, but it seems like a demand. They're also different colored. They have different colored coats beneath their rosettes too, all the way up to white, which imitates snow leopard. So it looks like a mini baby snow leopard essentially running around your house. They also have like brown, golden, charcoal gray, silverish, and all these different rosette combinations with different coat combinations means that there's an infinite variety of Bengal kittens just waiting to be bred.
Yeah. They are muscular. They're very athletic. Apparently their hind legs are a little taller than the shoulders, so they look even a little different than your regular house cat. They weigh just sort of like the ones in the wild, 8 to 15 pounds, which can be small for a cat. And they're, like I said, they're very energetic. They like to take walks. They don't lay around and sleep all day like other cats, apparently. They like to swim, which is very unique for cats, right?
Yeah, they're into water-related activities like swimming, showering with their owners.
Water skiing?
Yeah, I had wakeboarding, but yes, either one works.
Oh, no. I stepped on it. That was even better.
I stepped on yours too, so there you go.
Although a kneeboarding cat, maybe that's the best joke.
I thought of kneeboarding too. I workshopped it very briefly with myself and said wakeboarding's the way to go. The thing is a lot of people buy these things and they're like, oh, this is going to go with my purse. I'm going to carry this cat around whenever I have my purse and then probably ignore it the rest of the time I have it.
Yeah.
They're buying these cats for their looks, essentially, which is, I mean, that's kind of one of the things that they're bred for is their looks. The problem is, even if they're expecting, like, this is a cat I'm going to take care of, most people are totally unprepared for just how different Bengal cats are from your average cat. Like you said, all the stamina, all the, if they get bored, they're very aggressive. So you don't want them to get bored because just say bye-bye to your errands rent furniture.
Right.
Like you're in for it if you buy a Bengal cat and take it as your own. It's just going to be way more work than the average cat, which can usually amuse itself. So a lot of people buy two to keep them busy with one another.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess they have a lot of money because I saw that snow leopard version can go for like $2,000.
I'm surprised that's all.
Yeah. I guess so.
I could see breeders charging way more than that. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
That's a value.
Well, apparently if they have wild parents or grandparents, it's even worse and they require even more socialization than, which makes sense, than the ones who are further removed from that wild lineage. And I looked up online because this article from How Stuff Works, I'm not sure when it was, but it said like Hawaii as a state has put a ban on breeding and ownership. And then, so I looked up and there are quite a few states that either have outright bans on ownerships or bans on breeding or both. Or if they don't have bans, they have a lot of, like you have to have a permit and like hoops you have to jump through to get one of these things.
Right.
So, yeah, people are kind of standing up or cat rescue organizations are obviously standing on their podium and screaming like, please don't support this kind of thing. Do not buy hybrid cats.
Yeah. If you ever drive past a strip mall and it says cats or puppies or something, kittens on a sign, you want to keep driving.
Oh, well, unless it's they're doing like an adoption event on the sidewalk.
It's a little different. I'm talking more like a permanent sign that they paid a sign maker to put up like on the shopping center's directory.
Yeah. I just wanted to draw that distinction because that's what they will often do is set up in front of like Petco or something.
Yeah. Yumi and I were looking once at a Petco before we got Mo, and there were dogs. It was so sad. They had dogs that had all different kinds of special needs or handicaps kind of sequestered off from the other dogs.
No.
And among these dogs, there was a little Chihuahua. And apparently the only thing unusual about him was that he couldn't retract his tongue. So his tongue was always sticking out and you had to keep his tongue moist. Yeah, it looked super cute. Like it was, that's just always stuck with me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a breed of dog that has that tongue out full time, right?
I don't know.
I think that like the supposedly ugliest dog on earth, that breed, whatever it is, that is like patchy hair and looks kind of crazy and I think they have their tongue permanently out.
They have a non-retractable tongue?
I guess so. We should do a short stuff on that dog because I don't like calling an animal the ugliest, whatever.
No, that sounds kind of internet clickbaity,
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, I think we're at the end of Bengal cats, eh?
Yes.
Okay. See you guys. Short Stuff's out.
Stuff You Should Know is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.